car order. It's always been car order.
I strongly disagree.
That's the way it is. Ripped him out through the window in a nice way.
Just so I can go down and drink a carton while everyone punches on.
Just pisses me to tears. That's the worst thing you can do.
You shut up, you hack. Talking about boat ramps, this is what I wanted to get through from the start. What he said.
Oh, you just been an idiot.
And welcome to the Chumming Up Podcast, the fishing, spearfishing and ocean adventure podcast that's like a small child at an Anzac Day service because we fucking ruin it for everyone. Shut them up. I am Squirly, and with me, as always, is Leewold. Mitchell, how you going, big horse?
Yeah, good, mate. I think you've been reading too much Exmouth community pages.
There's never such thing as too much Exmouth Facebook community pages. If you get a chance to join it, definitely do it.
Yeah, doesn't matter if you're from Exmouth, from Australia, anywhere.
No, it's just so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Like, obviously, yesterday was the Anzac Day service everywhere in Australia. They had one up in Exmouth, and a kid was making pew-pew noises or something during an Anzac service, and that set off a Facebook war that probably ended up bigger than Gallipoli.
Oh, yeah, she's still going. Yep. They haven't found peace talks yet on that, I don't think. So it's been a good read, but hasn't it?
No, I reckon you'd be a better chance of getting the Israelis and the Palestinians together than middle-aged Facebook women on Exmouth community page agreeing with anyone else. So
yeah, Exmouth is definitely becoming the Karen hotspot of the world.
Oh, they're up there.
Yeah.
It's you got oceans, you got whales, and you got fucking Karens.
Yeah, it's good. So, yeah, the heat of it is the kids making the pew-pew noises. Some said should have shut him up, show respect. Others think it's a good thing that kids should be there anyway and let them run amok. So,
yeah, I don't really have a strong opinion except, that if your kid goes to the dawn service, they should obviously follow it up with two up because I find getting money off your children at two up's way easier.
Yeah, at least they pay. And also shot a rum on the bar for the gunfire breakfast. Kids should have to have one of them too. Well, if they were doing it in the trenches when they were kids, chuck them in there.
That's it. Bring back the old ways.
And I was in Perth and went to an RSL, and yeah, they still had the rum on the bar, and the old lady was a bit of a pusher, in fact. It wasn't the total responsible service of alcohol that should be around these days. She's like, you having a rum? And I was there with my son. Oh, I'm good. You having one? Oh, okay. It doesn't normally take much to twist my arm. And then after brekkie, we were leaving, and I'm like, what? You guys got two up on? What time's that? She's like, 11 o'clock, and you'll be drinking, right? I'm like, okay. This isn't the pub where they're making sure you have 3 waters between each beer. I tell you what.
You will be drinking. Yeah. Beautiful. And did you win or you lose? Two up?
Well, I lost $50 over a couple of hours, and I bought 2 beers with that, so I call that a win, actually, in my books. But had a few spins in the middle. The best I could get was 2 heads in a row. I didn't get a hat trick. And
yep. Just got the old Tasmanian.
What's that?
Just 2 heads.
2 heads, yeah. Yep, well, that's all right. But it was good. I didn't make too much of a fool of myself because the ring was probably, a tenth of the size that I've spun in before.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I thought, this is going to make a fool of myself. Yeah, it was about as big as your living room bit here.
Yep.
So she was not the easiest to throw them up. Yeah.
Jeez. I think the Exmouth one's got a big ring. Yeah. Big ring, and people still fucking struggle with that. So.
Yeah, yep. The responsible service of alcohol is probably not working that well there either. But see, even another little thing, the 2 up, even though we're supposed to be talking about the ocean, the 2 up in Exmouth is hard dirt. So even though they put a shade cloth over it, when they land, they either land flat or they got a real habit of rolling.
Yeah.
And then like for ages in circles and then falling over, and everyone's like, oh, where this was grass with a shade cloth over it. It was like a trampoline, and your things would land like real slow one with heaps of buoying. You land, you're like, I've got heads, and then they're like, twing, and just one would get thrown up, spin and land again. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and never roll. So there you go. Hot tips. We'll have to figure out a system.
Yeah, that'll be my next year's thing. Actually, talking about kids at 2 up, I think depending on your views, either the worst or the best thing I've ever heard about was one of the two-up games in Exmouth, there was a mother breastfeeding while drinking rum and smoking, playing two-up at that ring.
You'd have to back her for heads if she was throwing and doing all that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're like, this woman is throwing heads. Have a look at it.
Yeah.
Like, that's a head throw if I've ever seen.
Yeah. I know a few boys were there. I think we were there. There was like a wedding on like a couple weeks later or something. So there were a lot of the old footy boys there. That story gets told a fair bit.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so fair bit happening. We had talking about like Facebook sort of controversy. It started popping up about the Barra Nationals, a fair bit fucking going on there.
Yeah, that's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not a full book on it. I've read nearly everything I fucking could that's been posted, just without knowing anyone personally. Like, it'd be good to find out the full ins and outs. But, yeah, some deductions of points, teams leaving the comp early, some people backing the teams that they were hard done by, other people saying, you know, it's run by volunteers and back and forth. I don't know. It's made interesting reading. What have you made of it?
I've actually talked to a couple of guys that were fishing the comp. So I got a little bit of insight there, but even still, it's a bit of what your thoughts are on it, really. Like you said, it sounds like the people there running it at the time, whether it was committee, volunteers, I'm not sure of that part, have probably made a bit of a stuff up.
Yep.
So the issue is basically you have to sign in that you're going out fishing in the morning. You sign a book that's like one of the people off the boat does, saying our boat is going out. And then when you get back by 6:30 in the arvo, even though it's lines out at 5, so you've got an hour and a half to shoot down the river, get your scores in and sign it to say we are back. And then everyone that's signed in and out, it's written down as a safety protocol, like signing in with marine rescue type thing. And there was, I think, 7 teams that hadn't signed out or something, one day or maybe multiple days.
Yep.
And in the rules, it had been written that that's a 100-point deduction, which for the day, which is a massive deduction because it is for your team score, not for your individual. Your team score is your 5 largest barramundi. So if you've got 5 metre barramundi, you've got 500 points.
Yeah, okay.
So the 100-point deduction's big because you've just lost a metery. So, you know, like for a lot of teams, myself included, you would probably have 0 points for the day. Yeah, so that happened, and then it might have been day 2, I think it happened. They called 3 teams up on the stage and deducted them 100 points, but then they didn't deduct the other 4 teams that hadn't signed out.
Yep.
And one of the teams had actually signed out.
Just later,
but their signature was still on the piece of paper, and the president was the one. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm late," as the president was walking off with it. And he's like, "That's all right, mate, you can sign." So his signature is on it for the day, and the president has allowed it.
And then change their mind.
Yeah, that's right. And then so they've deducted the 3 teams, and it happens to be 3 of the better teams, leading teams.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just start naming them, I suppose, might as well. Team Hummingbird and the 2 team Tackle World Kalinga teams. And I imagine probably 2 of the biggest sponsors in the competition as well, maybe even more go along with it. Like they're sponsored by Abu Garcia and that. Tackle World is as well. So, yeah, and then so they've proceeded to tell them this is unfair. Why are you just deducting us? Yep. And the word of mouth goes that whoever was in charge of doing it says, well, you guys should know better. You fish it all the time. But the other 4 teams are letting off with a warning. So that's where the issues come, I think.
Yeah.
So the 3 teams have told them to shove it up their ass. And then there's rumours of the club or whoever was representing the Palmelian Game Fishing Club that told them that we'll take your sign down and burn it as sponsors. So then they've gone, we'll really shove it up your ass, and they've left. Yeah, they've told them that for the Tackle World sponsors.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think this is where a lot of the issues are coming from, where, you know, for the teams that have left, it really sounds like there was a big deal in it. But for the teams that have stayed and weren't part of that are like, who cares? But they're not the ones that were sponsoring the comp and fishing it, you know. And Hummingbird's obviously been a mega sponsor of the club as well, the competition. So I think it'll change the face of the whole competition forever.
Okay. So what you're saying is that there's a couple sponsors that need to sponsor something. Like I'm not saying we'll take their sponsors, but we'll take their sponsors. They can come hang out of here anytime.
Yeah.
They don't even have to sign in or out.
Yeah, that's right. And to be fair, they'd have to give us like $1 million each, and I still wouldn't be even for how much I've spent at bloody Compain's Tackle Shop and on Hummingbird gear on me boat. I've already spent a packet at both. So
yeah.
You'll always be in front, don't worry, and I'll be spending more.
Nah, that's it. But then they'd have to hang out with you. So
maybe it's hush
put
money.
them
They just pay. We'll give you something. We just don't want to see your face ever again.
Yeah, I think that could be a go.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting for the Barra Nationals going forward. I think I believe it'll probably really cement the Barra Classic as the main event in the Northern Territory and Australia. I think it'll put a little bit of a dim light on it. Yeah.
Yep. So they're run by a different.
Yeah, they're different game fishing clubs, very similar comps, same amount of time. Point scoring system is set up differently.
Yep.
The Classic's actually a bit older. It was the main prestigious one, and then the Barra Nationals come along because just to liven it up a bit, I think it was seen more as a fun comp, not as hooty-tooty. And, But another thing that happened at the Barra Nationals as well that can't be answered for is day 2, they put up live scores of the biggest barra, and Shane Compain, who is the man in barra fishing in Australia, had caught 1.20 metre, 1.1 metre, and 1 metre in the one day.
Yep.
So, which is just
not bad going.
Yep. And then at the end of the comp, after they've left, so their points still stand, they still get a position on the leaderboard, like 30th or whatever, because they've only got 2 days worth of points.
Yep.
When they give out biggest barra award, he got second with the 101, and the 1.20 metre disappeared from their own official scoreboards, but they kept it up on social media.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that it had qualified, and someone else won with 1.7 metre. So I think there's some definite corruption going on. It doesn't look good, and they've tried to backpedal and cover their tracks, but they haven't been very clever at it.
Yep.
So, and it depends, for the future of the comp, what people want to do. I've only fished the Barra Nationals. I haven't fished the Classic. I fished it once, and I personally went there because I wanted to see Griffo at the time, his team, Edge Hummingbird, and Shane Compain's team fish it. I went there to watch them do it because I wanted to see what these guys are capable of and to learn a lot. So if you're going to lose guys like that, the best in the comp, then it'd be like Exmouth losing Eddie Lawler out of its comp. Is it all about the fish, or is sometimes these guys big draw cards too?
Yep. The Barra Nats has a comedian every year, don't they?
Yep. They had Chris Franklin the year I was there. He was bloody good.
Yeah, okay. Well, just so they're clear, whether you're corrupt or not, I'm happy. I'll still do it. I'd fucking go to South or North Korea and fucking do a comedy show, I'll be honest. So you guys sound good.
Yeah. So, and same thing, still a great comp. I'd definitely fish it again, but I think this is from what I understand.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to talk out of spec that it can be bullshit. I'm still saying
we're just taking shots from anywhere.
Yeah, we just say whatever. But that's the information I'm running off. So, yeah.
Yeah. I won't believe it fully till I see it on Exmouth community page. Just some random lady commenting on it.
Yeah.
To the person, and then the Barra Nationals.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll be on board.
Yeah. So
and you're still getting your boat built at the moment? Just got some photos?
Yeah, just got some new photos sent through there. The top deck's been moulded, I gather is the word for fiberglass boat, and then they join them together.
Yep.
So I'm just waiting on the fuel tank to arrive. That's still getting built.
Yep.
And then they can put the top deck on. But I've had the holes come out of the mould, the gel coat and that. So because I'm getting it built into survey for charter and commercial fishing. If I use it for any of them.
Yep.
I don't know if I will, but it's getting built to that. So I've had the AMSA surveyor go there and do the whole survey, which is really cool. I think and so I'm getting an Edencraft 233 formula built, Australian built in Geelong. They've been great to deal with. And I think the surveyor side, even if now that I'm seeing one get built, I've had a lot of boats in survey, but I've never had one built from brand new. Just the report is incredible. Like they do a hull thickness every 6 inches with some sort of measuring gun thing.
Yep.
And you get the whole like diagram of that, how thick the hull is everywhere. Has to be certain thicknesses to the certain plans and it's good. The lamination of all your products used into it. It's that in depth, and it's just literally the hull come out when they done it. I cannot wait to see the full report. I think it will be phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck, that'd be good. Good knowing that when you're hitting rough weather.
Yeah, well, that's right.
When you're sitting on the old fishing boats and you're just like, I hope this is good.
Yeah, the old fucking Breast Alley boat, and she's flexing. Yeah, so yeah, I think it's cool. So I'm really looking forward to that. Obviously, I want to tackle the tuna on the east coast, on the south coast, and really want to tackle the southern New South Wales billfish scene next year. So
yep.
Yeah, and I'm trying to twist your arm to come and do it with me, Squirrels.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
we'll fucking see if I'm booked up doing North Korea and the Barra Nats first, but otherwise I reckon I'll make it over for at least one or two.
yeah, well, they got this weekend there, I think, so it might be today, might start, or tomorrow. The Port Hacking Game Fishing Club have a bill fishing tournament, and not only is it $10,000 cash for champion tag and release team and $10,000 cash for champion team capture.
Yep.
They have a great section that I'm in love with because it's a dying art. They have $20,000 cash for heaviest shark.
Yeah, right. Whoa.
Bringing it back. But that is still not the best prize of all. Heaviest blue marlin, over 250 kilos, caught to IGFA rules in the comp, is $100,000 cash.
Ooh, that'd be handy. Big 100K. Yeah, the old shark. That's an interesting one. Funny they don't get or if they get a lot of fucking negative feedback or something. Obviously, like back home in Exmouth, they kind of copped so much negative feedback from people, not just on Exmouth community.
Yep.
That, it's pretty much not existent anymore.
Yeah, that's right. You can do it for record claims because they're a GFAA affiliated club, but the tournaments are now just tag and release.
Yep.
Where I think this port hacking one will have probably a ruling of the shark will probably have to be over 300 kilos or something as well.
Yep.
And it'll probably be just tigers and makos or something like that.
Yep.
But I think it'd be a sick section to see go off and especially someone get a record or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's cool. And the 100 grand blue marlin, like, I think, for me and you, it'd be pretty hard to not just chase that.
Yeah, you'd have to go after it.
Yeah, even if you didn't get a bite for the weekend, for the 2 or 3 days, whatever, you'd have to just go for it. So I think they also have heaviest, like billfish, which is maybe 5 or 10 grand or something. And that goes off. I think last year it was a blue marlin, but it was like 136 kilos. But to qualify for the 100K, it's got to be over 250.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's not bad.
Yeah.
You don't quite make the cutoff for the 100K. You get a cheeky 5K.
That's right. There's another little section there. So it's not just, it's not just a one-hit wonder. I think it'd be awesome. And Shell Harbour do a similar comp, but that's earlier in the year. I think it's February or whatever, or January. So you've sort of got the blue marlin on the south coast there. When we went to Bermagui, the big one seemed to be caught in January, like Australia Day type time. And then again, late April seems to be sort of half the time again. So they've sort of, the tournaments have actually given you as good a chance to get that fish as well. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yep. Yeah, fuck oath. And talking about tournaments, is it the Oz Spearfishing Championship or?
It is the Australian Spearfishing Championship. I think it's like the 69th Australian Spearfishing, 69.
69.
But it was in South WA here,
which
is a cool place to have it. And it's a teams comp these days, so pairs.
Pairs,
so,
yeah, that's 69.
Yep.
Can't do it by yourself.
That's right. So,
otherwise it's a 0.
But I don't know if last year was the first year they went to pairs. New Zealand national titles have been pairs for years, and it's sold as a safety thing, like it's more about that. And last year's pairs champions was Tim McDonald and Bryson Sheehy, good friends of mine. I'd love to get them on the pod when we get a chance.
Yep.
I'm just going to have a look on my phone at this one. Yeah, so they've got some of it here. There is 17 pairs have competed in the tournament by the looks of it, which is pretty cool. That's 34 people. They're actually really hard to compete in. It's not like what a lot of people think spearfishing is. You're swimming off the beach for 6 hours or whatever the time frame in a limited area, and you've got to just cover ground and dive like you're burning your ring out. So
you've competed in one when it was out of Exmouth.
And it wasn't a pairs comp then, and I got absolutely smashed, and it was my home turf because I'm just not a real fit, good swimmer.
You couldn't notice, but go ahead. Glad you told everyone.
For everyone out there that's never met me.
Yeah, they're all fucking shocked.
Yeah, my God.
That fitness animal.
But, it's tough work, but it really actually does find out who the best divers are. And this one, day one, was led just by less than... So the way it works is your fish score different points. So it's the more different species you can get on the list, there's a list that's available, then the more times you get points. It's not so much about just getting one big fish. So they're better if they're bigger, but more different species is better. And the way the scoring goes is the pair that get the best score for the day, instead of getting, just say their points are 1,500 points, instead of getting that, they get 100%. And then the next best team, if they've got 1,100 points and it's 75% of the other one, they get 75%. They don't get the 1,100 points. So the best score you can get for the 3-day tournament is 300%.
Yeah, okay.
So the first day was, by no surprise, the Paxman brothers, Lee and Scott Paxman, were leading it. They got the 100%. But then a guy I know personally, Sam Dawson, is an absolute weapon. And another really good comp diver, Dave Schofield, he's a South Australian, does like when the championships were at Kangaroo Island and that, he was really deadly there. I think they got like 99.6 or something percent. So they were like, it was neck and neck.
Yeah, beast it.
Yeah, and then a couple of likely ones, especially like Finn Rushworth and Phil G. I think they didn't have the best first day. But then the second day, by all accounts, it looks like Sam Dawson and Schofield, the guys I was sort of backing because they're just animal tournament divers, had the best second day to take the lead. And the presentation's tonight, so we're not 100% sure for the third day, but it sounds like Vin Rushworth and Phil G had an absolute blinder the third day to nearly snatch it. So, and it's come down to next to nothing, and it looks like Dorso and Schofield might have got it, which I think's great. And then Phil G and Vin, which is probably a great outcome because they're probably in the out of the competitors in this tournament, they probably are Australia's best tournament divers. So it's really good to see it going strong. Yeah. Yeah, and that'll be first time either which way, Australian champions. So which is phenomenal, you know.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Does that have any bearing on like the World Championships by winning? Does that become the team that gets offered the World Championship?
That is, yes. Yeah. That's how you end up going to the World Champs. And I think Australia's only ever had one World Champion, and I think it was bloody Taylor or whatever. Was it him and his missus, Valerie Taylor or whatever? They were saving sharks.
Ron and Valerie Taylor.
I think Ron Taylor might have actually won the Worlds back in the day before he became an environmentalist.
A shark hugger.
Yeah, he was a spearfishing champion. He's our only one, I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's why when we talked about our good friend Alex Edwards coming second for New Zealand at the Worlds, that's why it's so big, because it is that competitive. It's so hard to win.
Yep. Yeah, right. Yeah. Fuck, that's unreal.
Yeah, and the other side, there was some really cool fish shot too. Like, so you're talking, they swam off Hamlin Bay one day and that. You know, there was 10-kilo jewfish shot by multiple teams swimming off the beach.
The beach.
Harlequins, bloody Sambos, Kingies, big King George Whiting, black ass. Like, guys were shooting these every day off the beach.
Yeah. So it's based off, like, this one's the south coast of WA.
Yeah. And they normally pick 5 zones.
Yep.
And then depending on the day, they'll pick which one. So you'll end up using 3 of them for your 3 days, but you don't know which one it's going to be. So you sort of, the real serious teams will go for weeks before and just swim these zones and not shoot fish.
Yep.
To scout them,
I've got that part down pat. Like
not shooting
I'll
fish.
just swim zones and not shoot fish. It's the other part. The first half, honestly, I'm as good as any diver you've mentioned at swimming zones and not shooting fish.
Yeah, even better. I can scout them like no tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just the second part.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But it's cool. It's really cool to see it like alive and strong. When I dove it, I wouldn't be any good at the pairs thing because I'd be really hot unless someone could put me on their back and swim me. And need like a fucking Thorpey, some cunt that can swim like whatever.
Yeah.
But
those kids that you see just like holding their parents' backs, like when they're diving turquoise and that.
Yeah.
Just that with a gun behind.
Yeah, that'd be me. Train a seal up or something and hold on to him. So, yeah, but I think that's cool. And actually, speaking of Dhu fishing, I'm going to go Dhu fishing tomorrow with my friend Kate, apparently.
Yeah. Fucking would have been a while since you've done any bottom fishing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and especially West Australian Dhu fish, or for East Coasters, they call them Dhu fish because of the way it's spelled, but we pronounce them Dhu fish like you do your Mulloway.
Yep.
So, yeah, Dhu fish, it always gives me the
Dhu
shits.
fish?
They always
You
say-
fish.
Dhu done it?
Dhu there?
But, I'm looking forward to that because they're as good at eating a fish as any in the ocean.
Oh,
there.
fuck, they're good.
I haven't had one for a long time. Well, I haven't had any real good fish since I started travelling and left me shop for a while. So,
Yep.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. That should be really good. Hopefully
yeah.
catch a stonker would be nice.
Yeah. I just got back from Bali, so I ordered some fish over there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sustainably sourced?
Yeah, I made sure it was sustainably sourced. I was like, mate, it was snapper.
Yep.
Don't know what type of snapper.
Nah.
But, it was not great.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah.
It'd be like some fucking shit pond or something, the old perch, wouldn't it?
Yeah, looked a bit like that, tasted a bit like that. And then the next day it was, I don't know if it was the half dozen cocktails, or the fish, but yeah, I was a bit crook the next day for a bit.
Yeah, right.
Took half the day.
Because that's always been a big thing of mine is people don't generally get sick from fish. Like you can have off meat and that, but
Yeah.
so it must have been real bad if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. Like, even just the stuff. It tasted like mud,
Yeah.
which wasn't great. I mean, to be fair, I was just trying to impress someone because I was like, I wouldn't order fucking fish in most places anyway. And then, I was just like, I'll just stick to the dim sims. From
Yeah, dino nuggets.
Yeah, that's it.
But I could have seen you. Is this sustainably sourced? Oh, we only do garlic sauce. Oh, yeah, I'll have it.
Yeah, that'll tell you. Yeah, that was good. It was funny. I had the Cod Nationals shirt over there, so there was a fair bit of complaints about me wearing it from my girlfriend. Like, don't wear that. You look like a tourist. You look like a tourist. And then when we climbed a mountain, I fucking finally got through because it was fucking cold. It was all mozzies and shit. So I got the fucking fishing shirt on, and yeah, all the Indonesians, all the Bali kids just come up to talk to me about fishing.
Yep.
She was like, oh, maybe I got that one wrong.
Yeah, you're going to look like a tourist. Wouldn't be the dozen cocktails at the bloody at the resort going on that gives that away.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's good. But it's a good holiday.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. A lot of drinking. Did some of the cool things. Tried to do a waterfall tour and realised it's a good time to be a fat, boring dude with photography skills because it was pretty much just like really hot women getting their boyfriends to take photos of them in front of a waterfall for fucking half hour, and then the next fucking cunt would go up. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yep, that's how the world works.
Yeah. Matt, like, I don't know. Like, don't really respect the chick doing it, but I respect her more than the stupid prick who's spending half an hour taking the photos. Like, a little bit of respect for yourself, cunty.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
exactly.
Like, go get a scooter and crash it into something.
Yeah.
Like a normal.
Yeah, that's right. Go and fight someone, get a tattoo or whatever that's going on over there. Drink some cocktails. Like, take your own photos.
Yeah.
Here's a selfie stick. I'm going to get plastered at the bar.
Yeah, that's all you need to fucking do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, actually, we did see a scooter accident.
How'd that go down?
Yeah, so just walking, might have been after I'd had the fish and a couple of cocktails, and hear a rip for one of the street dogs ran out in front of a scooter. It was actually a local driver, and we were thinking it'd be a Aussie tourist or something. And he's hit the dog, gone ass up, straight over the handlebars, hit his head. He's knocked himself out, and all the tourists come in and they're asking for a doctor. And like I obviously am a dog trainer now, sort of. So I said, better yet, I ran in and, told the dog off. Like, us, no. You know, so I saved a life, not his. He's dead.
Yeah, he's in a bad way.
Yeah. Now, we helped him to the side. The typical American tourist came in. Like, if you could think of, like, it's hard me saying that. I'm probably the stereotypical Aussie tourist, but he came in, was louder than anyone else, and like just talking about how he heard the crash. He's like, man, you can see how far he skid. Like, I was over there, and then he skid. It's like, yeah, mate, you're standing on his feet. Like, he's still bleeding out.
Help him.
But no, we got him into an ambulance.
Yeah, I'm sure the Indonesian health system's really helping him out. The guy that's probably still paying off that same scooter for the next 30 years.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing, because the American guy had, like, his little translator there. And so I was just trying to ask, if this ambulance rocks up, is this guy going to get in the ambulance? Because I know Australians that won't get into an ambulance. So,
yeah.
Like, this guy didn't have a heap of money, but, yeah. He did get in the ambulance. I don't know what they do.
They just rob him and chuck him back out around the corner.
Could be a curtain go around like they do with the horses in the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, he's broke his leg.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. It's going to be cheaper this way.
Yeah, but it's different. Lots of drinking.
You didn't look at doing any like snorkeling or fishing tours while you were there or anything like that?
Nah, looked into it a little bit, but I don't know. It's, kind of hard finding something that's, I didn't want to do any of the shitty tourist thing. I did
hard for you to go fishing without me there to carry you. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it's like if I couldn't bait your hooks for you or whatever, you're going to be no good.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was thinking.
I thought that, yeah.
Yeah, so I gave that a miss. But, yeah, I don't know. I checked out. I was talking to one bloke there about the freshwater fishing down off the mountain there. Wasn't really sure what the fish were they were catching there, but they were kind of like bass looking.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
not black bass.
No, like not real big at all.
Yeah,
but the local village, not like a sport fish or anything. There's no touros fishing for it.
No, they're just eating them.
Yeah, so like luckily while we were there, one of the villagers came out with about 4 on a string. So that's the only view I got to see them. But I was like, that'd kind of be cool to fucking work that out.
It would be. That sounds like the best bit of the trip to me. That sounds cool. Like it's just something that you don't really hear about.
Yeah. Well, that was it, because I was like, what sort of freshwater fishing is there? Because obviously you see all the streams and shit like that. But when you're up on the mountain, you can see the lake just sitting there, and there's obviously the fishing boats and stuff like that. But I think most of it's, So obviously there's enough that's.
Yeah, well, they're catching them.
Yeah.
And then one day they'll have the pleasure of, instead of just catching them and eat, there'll be some fly fisherman there with gloves and all the shit on, walking along with some fucking nymph, catching one, telling them how he discovered the fishery and some fucking peanut.
Yep, that'll be it.
Yep, that could be us.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck off.
So next thing, talking about dead fish, how's all the dead whales washing up down south in Geograph Bay or wherever they're going in?
Yeah, pretty unreal sight. Like fucking, what are they saying? 4 pods of false killer whales, are they? Or,
Yeah, they're like that type
or
of
pilot whale.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. They seem to be the ones that beach in big numbers when they do it.
Yeah.
But like such a weird thing, because you even look at the beach, it's like it's not like there's anything that should cause it.
Yeah, why it's there. Yeah, well, that was even funny on the Channel 7 news report. So, the official report, this is what's happened because it's Channel 7, obviously.
Yeah. Channel 7 have never got anything wrong. Shout out to Brittany Higgins and Old Bay. They're not having a good run.
But it was interesting because they interviewed some specialist or just some bum from under the bridge, I don't know. But he goes, it's probably a natural event, which I'm like, fuck, this is the first time anyone's ever said that about some sort of environmental disaster, instead of like, we need to stop fucking, I don't know, people blue manna crabbing in the Swan because these whales beached themselves. He's just like, it's pretty natural probably, but we don't know why they do it. It's like, fuck, about time, some common sense coming out of someone's mouth.
Yeah. Well, you listen to those whale songs, they do kind of sound like emo music.
Yeah, well.
So maybe that's it.
Maybe their girlfriends were just trying to get them to take photos in front of waterfalls, and it's just all the blokes are like, fuck this noise.
Yeah.
Catch you later. But how's that same news report we just seen before, and then there's someone there trying to save them, and he's like, all we could do was make them feel as comfortable as they can for the night. It's like, they're high and dry cunts. They're not comfortable.
Yeah.
What are you putting a little cushion under their head? Here you go, mate. Here's a little night light for you.
Yeah. I love the thoughts of humans on shit like that. Like it was good that we were there for them while they were dying. It's like these things have probably never seen like a human up close, and they're dying, and then this strange thing is just patting their head.
Yeah.
Like, it probably freaks them out more. They're like, fucking let me die. Leave me alone.
It's like getting buried alive, and then there's something in the coffin with you. Fuck.
Yeah.
But it's funny, social media, because like obviously in Exmouth we always used to have different and rare types of whales wash up. Since I've been there, the 20 years or whatever, there's been a couple of different whales wash up that were discovered from the wash up. They weren't even identified as a different species at the time. And you'd go around to someone's house for a few beers or see them at footy or whatever, and they're like, check this out, I got these whale teeth. And you're like, this is awesome. And they're like, yeah, there's one washed up wherever. And you go, oh, really? Yeah, go down this track and onto the beach. And you go down there to be, and, you bloody someone else would have some whale teeth or whatever. But when I seen these whales wash up, I'm like, that'd be sick to go get some whale teeth or something. But them days are gone. You can't, everyone there's going, it's a tragedy. We want to help them. I'd be there going, this is sick. I want some of these teeth. How cool are all these dead whales? And then you'd be like looking for bloody great whites and shit, like swimming up and down the beach,
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Like, I'm surprised, who knows how much controlled deepwater and that have there. I'm surprised no one's put a drone up and shown. Like, surely there'd just be sharks sitting, 50, 100 metres out from all those whales.
Yeah, it'd be sick. I wonder if deepwater they're banning shark fishing off the beach because it's like, well, it's already banned through here. It probably is down there. You're attracting the sharks. It's like, there's 100 dead pilot whales, you peanuts.
Yeah, maybe that's the cure. They should ban whales from the beach.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be there.
Yeah. What are you doing on the beach? Who's going to pay these fines?
Yeah.
See, that's always, going back to the deepwater thing, that's always been a big thing to me, right? So whale sharks in Exmouth,
yep,
they own the whale sharks. So the whale shark companies pay for a fee per year and for licenses through deepwater that are reallocated for them to have the permission to swim with them.
Yep.
And then even us as recreational that have nothing to do with it are limited to how close we're allowed to the whale shark. You're not allowed to touch them, swimming with them, yada, 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 because deepwater own these whale sharks and control them.
Yep.
But then in the marine park, they do. You can't touch them, all these rules because of that. But then if I'm driving along in my boat, which heaps of people do, and you hit one, and it blows the leg off your bloody outboard, and you're not breaking any rules, do deepwater pay for it? Where if you hit someone's dog running across the road, they're liable to pay for your bull bar. So how can you charge someone for a service but then not be liable when it comes?
Yeah, right. Are you liable if your dog runs it? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't know.
it runs out in front of a Ferrari and prangs the shit out of it, you'd be spewing.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Interesting one.
Yeah. So
Be,
there you go.
be your court case. I don't know how popular you'd be. Like,
Yeah, especially when you bring the whale shark in for evidence.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Yeah.
He's got your propeller still embedded in his head.
Yeah. You might win the court case but lose overall in popularity.
Yeah, you got to do the Amber Heard and move countries and change your name.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there could be a bit of that going on.
Yeah. This whale shark broke my boat and it shat in my bed. I promise you.
Yeah, well, I don't know what else we got. What have we got? Oh, the shark attack in Exmouth.
Yeah.
So what was that? It was Surfer, eh?
Yeah, Surfer. It did say the Bommy on the news, but it seemed more like June's, the surf beach, because it didn't sound that far from shore.
Yeah.
But I'll have to check. Yeah, but probably been a few lucky ones in the last 10 years where they've taken the board. Just sounds like it might have got a piece of someone this time. But I loved, like, the news were talking about the sightings of sharks up there after that. And they're like, there were 50 sharks. And it's like, that's every day. Like,
yeah. But if they banned shark fishing off the beach, there'd be no problem at all.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change much, is it?
Nah. Yeah. Exmouth invented the shark. It's just out of control, isn't it? Oh, well, I think that's about it for me.
Yep. Fucking future plans. You got your Dhu fishing and then back over east in a couple months?
Yep. I want to do a big Murray cod drift now that winter's coming.
Yep.
Like a 1 week one. So, yeah, 7 days. That's what I definitely want to do. Top water fishing like what we did, but middle of winter.
Yep.
I think that'll be the best time for it. And then, yeah, hopefully just see how this boat comes along, and then it'll depend a lot on that, where we're going to be at. Yeah, I'd say.
Yep. You're not worried about doing any live scoping now that we seem to upset live scope losers. He actually commented. He always like just uses little clips from us and puts them up.
Yeah.
And then he made a post where he was all upset, and I think I commented on it or something like just. Oh no, I just shared it. That was right. I just shared the clip that he used of ours, and then he's jumped into our DMs, and he seemed actually upset.
Yeah. You were the one messaging him, carrying on back and forth. I thought he might have a bit of go, but he seems like a bit of a peanut to me, actually.
He didn't.
So, yeah, I don't know. The guy's, fucking banana short of a fruit salad a bit. But, yeah, because I think one of the posts he put on there, these two shit comedians or whatever, that's when he put the clip up, which, I'm not even a comedian, so how can I be a shit one?
Nah, there's only one shit comedian on the podcast, mate.
Yeah, that's right. You
Double.
could have had two shit fucking people on there, which is there's no doubt.
Yeah, you would have got a lot of agreement.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have had an argument.
Yeah. But it is funny, like when we fish the Cod Nationals, like he's bullying kids for using a sounder, and then people would go and fucking try to sort him out about it, and he literally living at his mum's house hiding behind her like Mummy, fight the battle for me, the boys will get me. It's like, what a fuckwit. Like, just a fucking peanut, eh?
Yep. So I don't think I would think that he'd stop sharing clips from our podcast now, but yeah, who knows?
I don't know. It depends how much on the spectrum he really is, or if his mum signed his leave pass for the day or what. I don't know how he's going to go about it.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. I wouldn't mind actually getting him on the pod one day just to see what he actually is as a person.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, man, like a 40-year-old man or whatever age he is that, bullies people on the internet about using a sounder. It's a weird thing to have going for you. Each to their own, I suppose, some people fucking go to Thailand and fuck ladyboys. I'm not into that. So whatever does it for you, I suppose.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, well. Well, I'm taking off to Exmouth, I think, in a few days. So hopefully get a dive in with Jabs if I can twist his arm with that. And we're trying to line up a couple podcasts with a few of the guests we've been trying to get on up there for a while. So hopefully we'll have a couple good ones going. And if I'm really lucky, I'll actually be able to use my phone in the next couple of days, which would be good. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how you go up next month. Be good to see you boys get out a bit. And some of the guests you've got potentially lined up, depending who fits in on what schedule, I think they'll be absolute rippers. A couple I'd love to hear from.
Yep. Yeah, fuck oath. Anything, Dad?
Nah.
Nah. Cheers, Big Horse. Cheers for chumming up.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening right now? Dolphin in the killer whale's mouth? Holy shit. Oh, this is the best day of my life, God. What?
I like going down the pond and chasing bluegills and tommy cocks.